Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, and I want to talk about, men trying to turn 304s into housewives. It is a term that we've heard for quite some time now, but it is still a thing, okay? And there is a podcaster by the name of Ray Daniels. He has a very interesting take on his response basically to a TikToker who is just telling the truth about men whom love to spend time and space with 304s. Then they want to turn around and talk about them and dog them after they done already got up in it, laid up in it, had a child with it. So let's get into this conversation. But before we do, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. All right. So Ray Daniels, this video even had me looking him up on Facebook, honey, because I wanted to share this on my Facebook, like with my personal classmates and cousins and, church fam, so that they could hear this and, give their thoughts. But on Facebook, it's just a much shorter clip. So I think I may go to his YouTube channel because I did do that earlier briefly and share that on my Facebook channel because this podcast episode is like 15 minutes long. And this clip is probably about half of that. So shout out to It's On Site. This is the source for this clip. Now, of course, I wouldn't even just straight play the YouTube video anyway, but you can go to Ray Daniels' YouTube channel to see the entire video. Again, it's like 15 minutes. But we're going to go ahead and listen to this conversation. It is very good. And then I will come back with my commentary. I'm going to mute my mic so that there is no echo. Please hit the like button. Thank you.
Nigga might think he a little nigga, but if he think 50 Cent a big nigga, how do I get to the big nigga level? I fuck his baby mama.
Yeah.
Narrow big nigga too.
Crazy.
That's how, as stupid as it is, that's how and women are like, I want to be a good girl, but the hoes are winning.
I don't like that 50 Cent be trying to come for his BM Daphne because I feel like we all know how you met her. She's been selling cat for a long time and you were just another buyer. You just got caught up and got her pregnant. But she's been letting dudes hit it raw, whatever, for a check. You're just like those other dudes. You're not better than her because you're a man. You're not better than her because you have money, whatever. You're not better than her because you're not Diddy. You are the same type of dude as all the other types of dudes that she lets hit for a check. If you weren't that kind of guy, she wouldn't let you hit. Who are you mad at? I think you're mad at yourself for letting a escort trap you. It is what it is. But you don't need to keep talking about the mother of your child. That's the mother of your child. And if you really learned your lesson, and if you really had any regrets, you wouldn't have moved on to another SMEX worker. And I'm not trying to throw slugs at Cuban Link, but I don't think Cuban Link has a real job. I don't care what her Instagram bio says. Y'all wake up. What does she really do for a living besides take pictures and advertise her product, her service? You tell me, because I don't know. I don't follow these chicks, but what I know of her, she's the same type of girl as Daphne. So 50 Cent, cut the shit. When it comes to Kanye and Drake, they also need to cut it. Y'all are all on that same struggle bus where y'all knock up these escorts, you like it, and then now you regret it and want to down talk them. You made these women mothers. Kanye, you married your hoe. Stop running your mouths. Y'all are sounding real, you know what I mean? Rainbow Tribe. Y'all are sounding real misogynistic. Y'all are sounding like you're projecting your regret of what you did. It takes two to tango. Let's talk in the comments. It takes two to tango.
She's right. First of all, she cooked. She cooked. Oh my God. Like, I have no bias. Like, I'm on the side of right. She was right. 50 Cent, yay. And I'm going to say this on record. We have to stop. Successful black men, mostly, because nothing causes trends more than successful black men. Nothing. Like, successful white men don't cause the trends, and at least for us, they don't. Successful black men, we have to, and I'm saying we, all of us, we have to stop wifing hoes. Successful black men, and it started with the Kardashians. Like, it was like, don't get me wrong, hoes are way more fun. Way more fun, but it's way more drama on the back end from him.
For sure.
Right? So look what 50 dealing with. That's his son. His son is gonna hear all these things about. And by the way, as a man, that 50 might not admit it, but that would irritate my spirit.
Oh yeah,
that would irritate the fuck. Damn, I had a baby with this. But by the way, Drake had a baby with a girl who does porn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Kanye has a baby with a woman who we could all look at her porn right now and actually rapped about it. I think that all men out here are successful men are. Oh,
the phone.
Oh, I think all successful men out here are. Of course, your success. I want some fun now. Hoes are fun, but hoes are problematic and toxic too. Because they're naturally hoes.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do what they do. So I'm telling black men, high values. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. He coined that phrase. High value men have to stop wifing hoes. Because we're telling other good girls, if you want to get one of us, you got to turn into a hoe. And I don't want that message being conveyed to my daughter. And to be honest with you, it's not, but she's not wrong.
No, she's not.
50, you had a baby with this girl who also, and why are all these rappers messing with the same girls? She was with Jason Derulo. This was with Puff. And then the girl, Lori Harvey, was at Puff and his dad. It's like, why? And by the way, I guess the girls are in the circle, but like, niggas, y'all can't bring no new chicks in.
You know what I think it is too, bro? It's like, I feel like people are weird. People have this thing where it's like, damn, bro, I want to take his bitch so I can feel like I'm better than him.
Qualify. You ain't listening. Mostly, I say that every time. They qualify themselves. So a nigga might think he a little nigga. But if he think 50 Cent a big nigga, how do I get to the big nigga level? I fuck his baby mama.
Yeah.
Now a big nigga too.
Crazy.
That's how, as stupid as it is, that's how and women are like, I want to be a good girl, but the hoes are winning. Like, and by the way, men, and I've used my platform to promote loving hoes. I lose my platform that's why I said we have to stop bigging up hoes, wifing hoes, having children with hoes, because we're telling all the young girls that the only way you can get a high value man is to be a hoe. And that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to share that video. And by the way, I've contributed to that culture for the last 20 years. I'm not gonna act like I haven't. But God damn.
I still know the difference. You still know the difference between it's a conduit or you don't.
You know, who you say, I'm gonna give you your credit card because I want to make sure you're straight. Who you say, just tell me what you need. You know the difference between these women.
But look, that says a lot about a person who has a baby with a female. It says a lot about that person. It's like, damn, I mean, like,
oh, listen. The next coming of Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Think about it. Where LeBron was at. Savannah is a sweetheart. Probably never been touched by nobody but him.
Yeah.
Like, he loves his wife. Zion got porn stars present. Yo, hey, because society has made every man think, get you a hoe to win, have some fun, and made all women think you got to be a hoe to have some fun out here. Let me tell you something. These good girls are freaks too behind the closed doors. They do the same thing the porn stars do.
Yeah.
Just for their husbands. It's just, how about I say, you got to work hard for it.
Yeah, you do. You got it, man.
yeah.
They say everything worth having is worth working for.
Nah, Rachel, I just hope she was watching Kim's videos. Yeah, I hope that. Like, it's just like, I hope it. Like, it's like, cause like you want a good girl, but it's like, no nigga want a lame girl in the bed. No nigga want that. Lady in the streets, free. Nigga might think he a little nigga, but if he think 50 Cent a big nigga, how do I?
Okay, so shout out to Ray Daniels. Now, that clip was like 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Definitely check out the entirety on his YouTube channel, Ray Daniels. There's more words in the title of his channel, but definitely Ray Daniels is in it. And again, it's like 15 minutes. Click on the video tab and you'll see it there. But I thought this was awesome conversation. I appreciate a black man actually agreeing with this beautiful black woman, the TikToker who made amazing points. And let's talk about it all, because every time I listen to it, I end up taking more notes. So the TikToker was actually giving her opinion on when 50 Cent allegedly drags or makes fun of the mother of his child, Daphne Joy. And the TikToker is saying, you know, why do you blast her now when she was good enough for you to be intimate raw with her and produce a child? She is the mother of your child. You should show her some respect. And you can't act like you did not know that, you know, it's not like she has a job where she gets an annual review and a pay stub every 2 weeks. You know, you know, if she uses her kitty cat to get what she needs, I mean, that's how she gets her money. I can't judge anybody on anything, right? I may not do what she does, but I am not perfect. I gossip, I curse, I lust. Like, I cannot judge her, but he also can't judge her, especially when he knows her in the biblical sense and they have conceived a child together. You know, why is she like that now? I feel like women in general in the physical world that we live in just doesn't get a break either way. If you're like a Daphne Joy, you know, you're a 304. If you're like me, you're like a nerdy thick girl, you know, who needs to lose some weight, you know, and just totally not beautiful, right? And then, you know, I don't get me wrong, I definitely get hit on. I think I'm like kind of jaded. I'm just like, oh, he's gonna be unintelligent. He's just gonna want sex. He's already coming off stupid and just these corny pickup lines. I'm not an idiot. There's a vegan channel on YouTube called Pickup Limes that I watch, so I kind of mixed up the words, but I just feel like women, you just can't get a break. You're never, you know, they always want women to be so perfect on every level, and people make excuses for men, and that's how I generally would view the world if I had to say so in like one or two sentences when it comes to men and women. That's what I would say. But I have to just point this out. As the TikToker was going through, like, you know, Kanye's current wife, and Ray Daniels said, you know, allegedly you can still watch some content involving her right now. And, you know, things that were said about Daphne. Like, no one is scared to get a S, a T, and a D. Like, I would be like petrified. I just don't have a desire to have unprotected sex all the time and just possibly run that risk. It's one thing if you gamble and you get pregnant, but then it's another thing if you get the S to the T to the D. I don't want either one of those. And it just seems like people are unafraid of that. And it just trips me out how people live so reckless with their lives. And some people for a while now, you know, ever since Ananda Lewis, rest her soul, last fall when she did the roundtable discussion with CNN, and she tried to go, you know, less conventional routes to make her body whole. You know, people judged her for what she decided, but there's so many people who gamble with their bodies every day when they are so quick to jump in bed with people whom they do not really know, and it's unprotected sex. That is a trip to me. I feel like, and I consider myself like a very sexual person, but do I have a high body count? No, I don't. I don't. I definitely believe in self-love, if you know what I mean. I have a bag full of bedroom candy, not just when I'm in my consultant bag and I'm at vendor shows or doing virtual parties, but just even for my personal, you know, upstairs, bag full of bedroom candy. And it's like scattered, you know, on, never mind where it's scattered, but I just don't believe in like jumping in bed. I just feel like you're being very reckless with your body and with your health that way as well. Now, I want to talk about there's a couple of things that I wanted to point out. So when the TikToker was talking, she was beautiful, natural bare face, natural hair, and I assume a natural body as well, articulate, spoke her mind. And there's probably some trolls who may troll her in the comments about her hair and her being darker complected, gorgeous, gorgeous. But I feel like some men are colorist and they would prefer the light skin, long hair versus the TikToker who was beautiful. Now, Ray Daniels, he said she cooked. He said he agreed with her. He could, because he's on the side of right, and she made a lot of good points. He didn't speak anything on her beauty, you know. And it could be for a ton of reasons, right? But I just picked up on that, and I feel like, you know, a lot of guys, a lot of Black men, that is something that they're into. It's very shallow. It's colorist. It's very on the surface, where they will want like the light skin. Daphne looks like she's endowed. I don't know if it's natural boobs, but it looks like she's got big boobs, light skin, long hair. I don't know if all that's her hair, but you know, that is something that a lot of ninjas are into. And I think that that really speaks to their depth as individuals. You know, why does she have to be light skinned? Why does the hair have to be long? See, now the TikToker, the video is on a loop, and she has beautiful hair and it's natural. And it looks like she probably bumps it with the curler, or may put rollers in it and then rub her fingers through it. Or maybe she got it curled like a few days ago and the curls are starting to fall out. But I think she's gorgeous and natural. But there are so many Black guys who will write her off because she doesn't have the long weave or the long natural hair, and she's not as light complected as Daphne Joy. And that is something that our race has to get away from. It's also, is in addition to it being shallow and colorist, I think also what's rooted deeper in it is like some self-hatred, where you would not find her beautiful, but just the Daphne Joys out there. To me, that's like self-hatred, in my opinion. And in addition to some Black men only want a physical look of a woman, there's also, you know, to me, they don't want like the God-fearing women, the women who get up and go to work every day, and not the kitty cat work, but they log in and do work on a computer. Or it could be more of a blue collar job where they're on their feet, but they work a legal job and bring home a paycheck, whether it's every week or every bi-weekly or monthly, whatever the pay frequency. And they pray to God about their dreams and their needs or any challenges that they may face. They may go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays. They may volunteer with the kids or something. I feel like those women kind of get passed over for some 304s, because the men assume they're going to be more fun, they're going to be freaky in the bed, and they're going to look like Daphne and be someone whom they can kind of, you know, just kind of flaunt in front of their homies, in front of their boys, to say, look who they got. And again, I think that's very shallow, very immature. And it's kind of disappointing, because I have a lot of friends. You know, I always say I have friends who have more education than me. I just have a bachelor's degree. I think the quality education that I have is great, from a Big Ten university, Michigan State, go green. But, you know, my friends have master's degrees. I have a couple of friends with their PhD, and they are single. They are single with no kids. They are educated, single, no kids, and go to church on Sundays. And I just don't think that they should be single. I think that they have a lot to give in a romantic relationship. They have a lot to give in a marriage. They have a lot to give to a child if they were their mother. And so I feel like a lot of Black women who qualify for marriage are getting passed up, because a lot of these Black men are so shallow-minded and immature and just chasing after all of the wrong things. And Ray Daniels talked about successful Black men wifing the 304s. Why do you think that is? And it's not even giving like trophy. Like when I was coming up, when I was growing up, like the black women would talk about, yeah, when a black man is successful, he goes out and gets a white woman. He goes out and gets a white woman, and she won't even be all of that. And I have to say, remember the talk show host Montel Williams? Montel Williams, when I was like in middle school, I had like such a crush on him because in the early 90s and mid 90s, he had his talk show. I believe, in my opinion, it appeared to be very successful. But I remember he dated and married interracially. And I remember it was reported like in the tabloids when he was getting a divorce that the lady was a stripper, which is fine again, but we're on this subject, of women allegedly, who may be like escorts, and this one is a stripper, and he married her. And then reportedly, when he found out he had MS, I think that's when the marriage started to crumble. And I think she like put all his stuff out. So I say that to say, like, you may think like light and bright is where it's at, or, she's going to be freakier in the bed because she gets on the pole. But, it didn't work out. And I feel like a lot of women get passed up. And then this clip reminded me also of Shannon Sharp. And we don't even need to go down that little sneaky, freaky road, okay, with someone who's like 35 years younger than him. Now, the singer Ronald Isley, his wife, I believe he and his wife are 35 years apart, but the key word is wife. He married her. And I follow her on Instagram. She seems quality. And her family, they're all attractive and they all can sing. And I just feel like some men are just so simple-minded. I can't even take it. But I want to say shout out to all of the women who work a job where you get a W-2 each year, you get a pay stub bi-weekly, and you're going to church, you're praying to God about your desires, your challenges, everything that you face, and you try your best. You drink your water, you eat your fruit, your veggies, you go to the gym. Shout out to us all. And don't get bummed out when everything doesn't work out, especially in the romance department. I know that you deserve companionship. You deserve someone who has your back. You deserve someone to experience life with, but you also at the same time make the best of what you have. Because just some men, they're just going to be more simple-minded. And thank you, Mr. Ray Daniels, for not dragging the TikToker, but seeing things like you said, you're on the side of right. And yeah, I feel like when like my friends, yeah, they're not 304s, they're God-fearing, they're educated, they're working, but when they love a man, they can do the same things that a Daphne Joy can. They're going to do it like the guy said that was on his podcast. They do it for their husbands. And there you go. That's it. And I've never, like the guys that I deeply liked and we were intimate, they definitely like it when you don't have a high body count, okay? They like it when they can tell you ain't all, everybody can get it easy. And when they're intimate with you, it's a little tight, okay? They like that. So what do you all think about what the TikToker said and what Ray Daniels had to say in reaction to her? What do you think about some men's colorist preferences and preferences just in general about women? I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you all are having a fantastic Friday. Mine isn't bad. I cannot complain. I'm very happy though that the weekend is here and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and I will talk with you soon. Bye.